You're still not laughing, that's a good sign.
No,
That's a lot of outtakes, okay. What's up guys, this time I am not doing a cheat day. I'm here in Nate's room because you guys requested a video like this from me for a long time. So I decided tonight I'm gonna do it and talk a little bit about how I experienced my eating disorder. Okay, so I divided my suffering in 5 stages, kind of. I'm just going to explain you how it all started and how I got better. The first stage, I would call it food focus, because I didn't look bad at the time. I was perfectly normal, I'd say. I was skinny, but not super skinny. My eating habits became abnormal already though. Like I was super focused on, I was super body conscious, I was super focused on food in general, I was focused on dieting, and also I started to look up low calorie foods or low calorie diets and all that kind of stuff. People start, especially people around you, start noticing that something is not quite right, and they talk to you about it, but you're like, what do you know? There's nothing wrong with me. Your diet and what you eat is none of their business in the first place. How I experience is that people who are close to me and actually are concerned about my health and my weight just make it worse when they try to tell me what to do, because you don't want anyone to tell you what you're supposed to do, and this is 100% in your control. So I got into the second stage where I thought I might have a problem, but I can definitely manage this on my own. And this is the time where you start to become really obsessed with food. Your whole day evolves around food and what are you going to eat next, and your schedule of eating is very sensitive to change, so you get very irritable when it's not. For example, when you don't have the same foods at home you usually eat, or when friends want to go out, and so you rather choose to stay home and eat what's safe. This is the time where you start to isolate yourself, and people start, like people not even close to you but like friends, start to notice that something's wrong. But no matter who tries or how hard they try to tell you that something is wrong and that you might need help, nothing did reach me at that time, and it felt really good to be in control of one thing in my life when other things are out of hand. So I would say the third stage is one of the worst. It's like, you know you're ill, you know you have a problem, but nobody can make you eat, and you can make yourself eat either. This is the point where you probably can't deny anymore that something is wrong, because you notice all the symptoms they list for having an eating disorder. Especially you lost a lot of weight, and what is worse about it, you feel awesome with it. You are probably cold all the time. Like I was freezing in hot rooms when everybody was like in a t-shirt. I asked for jackets. Also, I was tired all the time. Everything was too exhausting. Like the day just living was exhausting. For me, I lost all joy and happiness that comes with life, because all I was able to think about is what I'm going to eat next, where I'm going to eat next, and when I'm going to eat next. Things I used to love doing like didn't bring any joy whatsoever anymore. Everything becomes just too much. Going out, socializing, doing sports, I had no energy to do sports whatsoever. Everything was super exhausting. And for myself, the worst part was nothing was able to make me happy. Like even eating became just, it wasn't making me happy anymore like it used to. So what happened to me was that I developed a severe depression, what made everything pointless in the first place. So eating was senseless to me. Like, why would I eat? Nothing matters anymore. It kind of feels like the life is lifeless. You just exist, you don't live anymore. The fourth stage I would call a mental breakdown. This is probably the worst stage, because this determines if you get better or not, and maybe actually die from it. The worst thing was I did not have any emotions whatsoever anymore. I couldn't even cry. Nothing made me sad, nothing made me happy. I was just, like I said, I was existing. I had no emotions, and that was probably one of the worst feelings I ever had. None. At that time, I often questioned my existence on this planet because living was not appealing anymore. It was just, everything was too much. Also, my physical condition was at its lowest. I couldn't sit on hard chairs anymore because it hurt, because I felt my bones. At night, I couldn't lay on the side because putting my knees on each other would hurt because of the bones that were sticking out. Like this one night, I remember I was waking up because I was literally afraid to starve. Like not the normal hungry, being really hungry feeling, but like your body shows you it's starving, and that was so frightening. I don't know. It made me cry for the first time in a long time, and that was one of the worst things I can remember from that time. At that time, my mind and my body hit rock bottom. So many people before tried to approach me and tell me that I need to change something or that I need to seek help, but nothing really worked before. And at the time, I was living with my aunt, and I remember this one night when she never said anything about it, what I really appreciated, because when you're in this state of mind, you can't have anybody tell you what to do. So she never said anything, but this night she said, "Livia, I'm sorry, I can't watch this anymore." And I think it made me realize how bad I really was. So I was looking in the mirror, and for the first time in a very long time, I could see myself, like how I actually look, because most people who suffer from an eating disorder have body dysmorphia. They look in the mirror and they don't see themselves. I mean, they see themselves, but not how they really look. So if somebody tells them, "Oh, you're super fat," they actually believe that and project that on their reflection in the mirror. So this night I actually was able to see myself how I really looked, and that made me cry again. What is funny is that I always admired Victoria's Secret models, and I always wanted the body of a Victoria's Secret model, but at the time I didn't realize that I passed this stage a long time ago, and realizing what I did to my body was really hitting home. It made me cry because I knew where I was at, and I knew it was going to take a long time for me to get better and look better again. So being able to admit to yourself that you have a problem and that you need help is probably the biggest step you can take towards recovery. And for me, being able to look for and accept help from outside probably saved my mind, because I would have gone insane like that. So I was seeing a nutritionist and an amazing psychologist. She was making me feel like I was in control of the therapy and never wanted to rush me into, you know, like you have to consume 4,000 calories every day to gain, I don't know, 10 pounds a week. Never. So this was really like, it was my speed for recovery, and that really helped me to trust her, believe her, and actually want to get better. So another big step in my recovery was meeting my boyfriend. He loves food, and I'm a food lover. I just stopped eating, but he showed me that food is awesome, and especially he showed me that he loved me for me and not the way I looked. He showed me that it is totally fine and acceptable to enjoy yourself from time to time. We're also working out together, and he told me I gained weight, and I loved it because I see my body growing in a very good way, and this was never possible before because I was not nourishing my body so it could grow muscle. My mind and my body are at the best place right now they have ever been. So summing up, most important to recovery is being able to accept change and not holding on to the inner voice that tells you to not eat. Also, really important for me was just stop caring about what other people think about my body. It is so freeing to my mind to know, of course there are always going to be people who find me ugly, fat, disgusting, I don't know what, but the thing is I just stopped caring, and it frees my mind. Like, there's so many people who don't like you, so what? it doesn't matter. That's also why I started a YouTube channel, because I felt I was ready to put myself out there and be okay with whatever criticism I might get. So people already told me I was getting fluffy, I was getting fat, but I just don't give a shit. I am working out every day, I watch my diet most of the times, and most important is I love my life again. I can be flexible with my diet and I don't have to plan and think about what I'm gonna eat 24 hours in advance. I know I still got work to do, but I feel better than ever right now. Also, what I want to show you guys with my cheat day videos is that if I can do that, if I can eat the food and be okay with it, everybody can. I'm introducing these foods and enjoying them again since I haven't had them the last 7 years. So I hope this was helpful to some of you guys, and thank you so much for clicking on the video. The next video will probably be another cheat day video, and you might be able to understand me a little bit better now. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Peace out, bye.